Why it's wrong? Good or not good?
In a world obsessed with appearances, where everyone wants to look strong, but few truly understand what it means to be strong, a man walks quietly into a gym, dressed in simple clothes, carrying a mop. People glance at him briefly and go back to lifting their weights, assuming he's just the cleaner.
Why? Why what?
But what they don't see is that his mop weighs 32 kilograms. Every movement, every sweep of the floor is a silent act of discipline. He's not chasing admiration or applause. He's not here to prove anything. He's here to remind us of something far more powerful. That real strength doesn't start with pride, it begins with humility. It's forged in silence, built through patience, and revealed only through consistency. People pass by. Some laugh. Some don't even notice. A group of bodybuilders stand nearby, whispering under their breath, "What's a cleaner doing in our zone?" They smirk, flex, and return to their routines, unaware that they're about to witness something unforgettable. The man says nothing. He simply smiles, calm, silent, unbothered.
What's happy? You happy? Happy.
He grips the mop with both hands, the weight hidden beneath its disguise. And then he lifts it, not with effort, but with grace. The metal gleams under the gym lights as if it recognizes true strength. Every movement is controlled, precise, almost effortless. One by one, heads turn. Conversations stop. The music fades into the background. The whispers vanish. For a moment, the entire gym stands still, not in awe of power, but in respect for discipline. Sometimes, the ones you overlook are the ones who've carried the heaviest burdens quietly, faithfully, and without complaint. While others shout their victories, they endure their battles in silence. They don't seek applause or validation, because true strength isn't loud, it's steady. It's built in the shadows, refined through struggle, and revealed only when the world least expects it. Sometimes the ones you underestimate are the ones who've been lifting the weight of life all along. In a world where everyone wants to appear strong, few still remember what it truly means to become strong. Strength today is often measured by noise, by how loud we lift, how much we show, how often we boast. But real strength is forged in silence.
Is this technique like correct?
The door of the gym creaks open. A man walks in, dressed plainly, a simple cap on his head. He doesn't carry a gym bag or headphones, just an old mop and a bucket of water. People barely notice him. Some pass by without a glance. Others smirk, whisper, and move on with their routines. A group of bodybuilders chuckle from across the room. One nudges the other and mutters, "What's a cleaner doing in our zone?" They laugh. To them, he's invisible. Just another worker passing through their temple of iron and mirrors. But the man doesn't respond. He smiles softly, his eyes calm, his pace steady. He sets the bucket down, grips the mop, and begins to move. Each motion is deliberate, slow, controlled, balanced. There's rhythm in the way he moves, a quiet power hidden in every repetition. What no one realizes is that his mop, the one everyone thinks is just a cleaning tool, weighs 32 kilograms. To him, this isn't cleaning. It's training. It's meditation. It's mastery of self. He's not here to impress. He's here to remind us that strength isn't about being seen. It's about being consistent. It's not built by applause, but by repetition. It's not born from pride, but from humility. As he works, the whispers start to fade. The laughter stops. One by one, people begin to watch. The mop glides across the floor, smooth, effortless. His muscles move with precision, each gesture a lesson in focus. He wipes the mirrors not to admire himself, but to reveal the truth hiding behind the reflections. Because the truth is simple. Greatness doesn't always wear designer shoes or expensive gloves. Sometimes it wears work boots and quiet determination. A young girl in the corner, filming for her vlog, lowers her phone and whispers, "He's not just cleaning. He's training." Her friend looks up, realizing what's unfolding. The power of discipline disguised as humility. The man finishes his routine, sets the mop aside, and looks around the silent gym. Then he speaks softly, barely above a whisper. Sometimes the ones you underestimate are the ones who've carried the heaviest loads in silence. No one laughs now. The bodybuilders stand still, their eyes lowered. Because in that moment, they all understand real strength isn't measured by what you lift, but by what you carry when no one sees you. He picks up his bucket, walks toward the door, and disappears into the early morning light. The gym returns to its rhythm, but something lingers, a quiet respect, a seed planted in every heart that witnessed it. From that day on, no one saw a cleaner walk into that gym again. Only a man who taught them, without words, that the foundation of greatness is humility. He drops the mop. The clang echoes through the gym, sharp, unexpected. For a second, no one moves. Then, slowly, he kneels. He grips the mop again, slides it across his shoulders, and lowers himself to the ground. Push-ups. The heavy metal shaft pressing across his back, each rep steady, each breath controlled. No struggle, only focus. The gym falls silent. The music fades. Even the air seems to pause. Dozens of eyes watch, but he doesn't look up. He's not performing, he's proving something deeper. True strength doesn't come from muscles. It comes from purpose. It's not about how much weight you lift, it's about why you lift it. Maybe it's to rise after failure. Maybe it's to honor those who never had the chance. Maybe it's to carry the burdens that life refused to take back. He finishes the last push-up, places the mop gently on the ground, and stands tall. Sweat glistens on his forehead, but there's no exhaustion in his face, only calm. His breathing is steady, his gaze soft, his spirit unshaken. There's no pride in his posture, only peace, the kind that comes from knowing you don't need to prove your worth to anyone. He looks around the room, a quiet smile, humble and grateful, then picks up his bucket and walks toward the door. Behind him, the gym remains still. No one laughs anymore. No one whispers. Because they've all just seen something they didn't expect, the kind of strength that can't be built with iron alone. "Hey, you're not the cleaner." The man turned slowly. That same calm smile still rests on his face. He grips the mop once more, lifting it effortlessly as the light catches the steel. "I used to clean this place before I could afford to train here." A quiet gasp ripples through the crowd. He looks around, meeting the eyes of those who once laughed, and continues. "Now, I just wanted to remind everyone, never forget where you started." The words hit harder than any weight in the room. For a moment, no one speaks. The bodybuilders who once mocked him now stand frozen. The girl with the phone lowers it, eyes wide, heart full. Even the gym itself seems to hold its breath. Then, soft applause. A few claps at first, then more. But he doesn't stay to receive them. He nods humbly, places the mop back in its bucket, and turns toward the door. As he walks away, tears glisten in more than one pair of eyes. The applause fades into silence once again. Not the silence of judgment, but the silence of reflection. Because everyone in that room has just remembered something important. Real power isn't found in your arms. It's found in your heart. It's not about where you train, but about what you overcome to get there. It's not about how heavy the weight is, but about how deeply you carry your purpose. And sometimes, the greatest lessons come from those who once swept the floor you now stand on. The man walks toward the door, the echoes of his steps the only sound in the room. No applause now, just quiet respect. The camera lingers on the mop resting by the bucket, the symbol of where it all began. Every job, every challenge, every struggle can be your gym. You don't need perfect conditions to grow. You don't need fancy equipment, applause, or validation. All you need is courage and consistency. Because strength isn't built in comfort. It's built in the moments when no one's watching, when you choose to keep going anyway. The man looks back one last time, a faint smile crossing his face. The same hands that once scrubbed floors now lift hearts. Narrator, if you believe that true strength starts inside, drop a heart in the comments. And remember, sometimes the strongest people aren't the ones holding trophies. They're the ones holding the mop. Subscribe for more real-life motivation, because greatness doesn't always roar. Sometimes it just whispers, keep going.